NSK's Varios 370 is a multifunction ultrasonic scaler equipped with an iPiezo engine. It is intended to use with an appropriate tip for scaling, perio, implant maintenance, endodontic, retrograde endo, and some limited restorative and prosthetics procedures. Varios 370 comes in two different models. Our Luxe model is optic with LED light, and we also have a non-optic version. In this video, we'll review the contents of the packaging and show the front panel and control knobs, reviewing the functions of the optic LED model. Now, let's begin. Here's what you'll find inside the box. Control unit with handpiece cord. Handpiece, Varios 2 Luxe for optic LED. Mounting bracket. AC/DC power adapter with plug. Handpiece holder. Foot control. Water tube set with filter and quick connector. Tips for G4, G6, G8 models, one of each. Rubber pads. Tip wrench. Spanner wrenches used with filter holder. O-ring set. Set screws. Tip card. Tip power guide. Let's set up the Varios 370 for use. Align the arrow markings on the foot control connector and foot control plug and connect it firmly. Next, insert the DC power connector into the unit. Pick up the free end of the water tube and insert it into the water tube connector. Make sure it is tight and secure. The quick connect on the other end connects to a water supply port on a delivery unit. The handpiece holder keeps the handpiece in place when it is not in use. There are two options for securing the holder. You can use the provided double-sided tape, or you can drill and connect the unit with the screws provided. The mounting bracket can be mounted on any flat surface using two sets of screws and nuts. We have pre-drilled the holes to mount the bracket. The unit slides and clicks in afterwards. If you decide not to use the mounting bracket, use Velcro tape or 4 small rubber pads to prevent the unit from sliding when not in use. Next, plug the power adapter into the power outlet. To attach a handpiece, align the dots on the handpiece and the handpiece cord. Push the handpiece into the connector. To detach the handpiece after use, simply pull the cord from the handpiece. Do not twist or turn. Place the tip on the threaded shaft of the handpiece. Line up the threads and screw it all the way in. Insert the wrench into the tip from the top. Align the square shape of the wrench around the tip and make sure the wrench sits securely on the tip base. To tighten, turn the tip wrench clockwise while holding the handpiece tight. Stop when you hear a click. This special tip wrench has torque control to prevent over-tightening. To remove the tip, turn the wrench counterclockwise. Pro tip: the tip can stay in the tip wrench and be bagged and autoclaved together with it as a common practice when multiple tip wrenches are available in the office. Now, let's review the control panel on the front of the unit. The power on-off switch is used to turn the power on and off, and it is also used to set the power level based on the model of the tip being used. Simply match the indicator on the knob to the tip model. The power indicator light shows if the unit is on or off. The water knob adjusts the volume of water spray. Output indicator light shows the handpiece is functioning and oscillating properly when using the foot control. You will know the handpiece is functioning and oscillating when this light is on. Note: NSK Varios components are not sold sterile and should be sterilized prior to first use. For instructions on how to sterilize the tips, wrench, and handpiece, refer to sterilization. To power on, rotate the power knob clockwise, moving from off to the on position. You will feel a slight click and the power light will illuminate. From here, you can adjust the power level by turning the knob further. The mode and the power level in each mode depends on where the indicator is and what model of tip is mounted on the handpiece. Make sure the power level is set within the appropriate range for the mounted tip as per the tip power guide or shown on the label of the tip case. Let's walk through a few examples. With a G4 tip mounted on the handpiece, the knob is set to power level G5. With an E7 tip mounted on the handpiece, the knob is set to power level E5. With a P1 tip mounted on the handpiece, the knob is set to power level P5. You can adjust the amount of water spray by turning this knob. Turning it clockwise increases the water volume. In summary, the operation is simple. Mount the desired tip, choose the right amount of power within the allowable range on the tip box, then choose the desired amount of water spray. As a test, press the foot control until you see water spray running through the tip. The output indicator light will illuminate and the handpiece will vibrate. Now you can start scaling calculus on the teeth. Pro tip: during operation, while pressing the foot control, you can adjust the volume of water and power level. It's important to choose the right model of tip based on the desired application using the tip book. Power should be set as per the allowable range mentioned on the tip box. The foot control functions like an on and off switch. This means that you cannot adjust the amount of power by how hard you press the foot control. Keep in mind that certain endo tips cannot be used with water spray since they do not have a water outlet. After treatment is complete, release the foot control and power off the control unit. Here's how to drain the inside of the handpiece. With the tip and handpiece attached, turn the power and water volume knobs to their lowest setting, and then continue stepping on the foot control until water stops coming from the tip. Remove the tip and handpiece. G4, G6, and G8 are within the main set. For the details of their application, dimension, and power range, please refer to the Varios tip guide. Now here's how to use the tip card. Match the letter and number of the tip to the corresponding letter and number on the card. Place the neck of the tip in the cutout. Compare the tip to the green, yellow, and red lines. When the tip meets the yellow line, it's time to replace your tip. To guarantee safe and effective use, NSK recommends tip replacement after 1 millimeter of wear. Wipe the debris off the end of the optic fibers on the handpiece with an alcohol-immersed cotton swab. An O-ring is located in the handpiece cord connector. Replace the O-ring in the groove when it's worn out and there's a water leakage. Here's how to change the water filter. Disconnect the water tube from the dental unit and drain the handpiece and the tube by running it. Mount 2 spanner wrenches and turn in opposite directions. After the water filter case is separated, remove the water filter. Replace with new filter and reassemble the filter in the reverse order. All sterilizable components of this device must be sterilized after each patient. The recommended method of sterilization is by autoclave sterilization. Only the tip, handpiece, and the tip wrench can be autoclaved. Note: the diamond-coated scalar tip is single-use only and should be discarded after every patient. Autoclave procedure. Remove the tip after use. Clean all of the surfaces of the components with isopropyl alcohol to remove dirt and debris, then dry thoroughly. Insert sterilizable components into a U.S. FDA-cleared sterilization pouch compliant to ISO 11607-1. Then, seal the pouch. Autoclave conditions are as follows. Keep the components in the autoclave pouch until ready to use. Store in a dry and dust-free location up to the period specified by the sterilization pouch manufacturer. If sterility cannot be confirmed, sterilize again prior to use. If you have any further questions, please visit our support site, nsktech-us.com.